What's up everyone and welcome to Digital Gaming Hub. Today we'll be reviewing and ranking 5 SNES games that are on the Nintendo Switch. Now before we begin, make sure you hit that like button, and if you haven't yet, please subscribe because it's the easiest way to support this channel so I can continue making more of these videos for all of you. Now let's dive in.
So this is the order that we're going to go in. So Super Tennis is next. I remember playing Super Tennis and I feel like I wrote the review for it. And I thought it was okay. I feel like Super Tennis was kind of a like it felt hard and a bit unfair at times. Super Tennis. Maybe it'll spark my memory of like what I didn't like and what I liked. This plays Donna against Donna versus Nancy. I mean, I like all the customizations here. The thing that I didn't like was that like it just kind of felt sometimes like let me check the. Oh, I can't see the controls. It kind of felt hard but unfair, like the timing of things. And I also felt like in Super Tennis, there's other games that might be better. And if you think of it almost like a, I guess like Pong or something, then it kind of feels like a better, you know, like it feels better if you're thinking of it as like a simpler game. But for it to be like a tennis game, I don't know. I mean, I don't think I've played Mario Tennis, but I feel like there's gotta be games that are better than this. I also feel like the computer, I can't beat the computer. I think this is one of those games where like for the time it was, you know, a great game and entertaining. But I think that that's not what, you know, that's not what we're going for in rating these games. It's more so, would you take the time to play these games currently with the games that are available on the Switch? There's a newer Super Tennis, I think, that came out on Switch. Will we get a single point here? Oh. All right, we're going out on top. That was the first time I think I've ever scored a point in Super Tennis. Super Tennis, I think, if you're looking for tennis and you're looking for something that's like free, then Super Tennis, I guess, is a good option. But I also think that it doesn't hold up against other games available. So for that reason, I think we're going to put Super Tennis in like the low C tier. Now I think we'll put it above Stunt Racer because there's not as many options for tennis as there are like racing games. So I think it gets bumped up a little bit. But I did have more fun playing Pop and Twinbee, so Super Tennis is going to be right here at the low end of C tier. Super Metroid, we don't have to go in and play it right now, but it's a game that I have gone through and started replaying off stream to kind of get ready for Metroid Dread. And it still holds up as a, you know, good game. The thing that kind of holds it back, I think, is that it was groundbreaking, or that it was kind of like it set off this whole path for Metroidvanias. That is, you know, kind of like why people really praise it, but it also has faults to it because it has been improved on by games like, current games like Hollow Knight, Ori, that have taken the template and fixed and, tweaked certain things to make quality of life better for players. So Super Metroid, I think, is still up high, is going to be up high on the list. I think that the feeling and the kind of the music, the animations, or the art style kind of create this world which is almost like you're playing Alien, the movie. Like it really feels like you're in this kind of like space world that's kind of creepy. Like you don't know what's gonna be in the next room, and I think that feeling that you get from playing it makes it be ranked up pretty high. I would say the only reason it's not an S is because of those things that it is missing. It didn't have the chance to be a great game because it was the first one. It was like the like one of the originals. So I would say it is going to be high A tier for me. It is a game that I, would definitely go in and play, but when I still have Hollow Knight to beat, I still have Ori and the Will of the Wisps to play. It's not a game that I would put above those in terms of playing, and so it gets knocked down from S to A. Pilotwings. All right, I remember Pilotwings. We don't have to play it again. Pilotwings, it really felt like I was fighting against an old game to kind of enjoy it. The controls didn't feel smooth. Gameplay was, kind of a bit confusing sometimes. It did get praise when it first came out, but that was a long time ago. If we were basing these reviews on, the 90s when these games came out, then Pilotwings might be in like A tier. But having this be like a review on your current self and would you spend time on these games, I would say Pilotwings is at best maybe a C. Like I don't think Pilotwings is a game that many people go in and play and can go in and play for hours. Like I think it's a game that you go in and kind of like almost like go into a museum. Like you go in and see what the games were like back in the day, but you don't go in and spend hours with it. So I would say I think this is where it belongs. Like I don't think, like I would go in and play all of these games before I would go in and play Pilotwings again. I did not have that much fun with it. Next up is Super Soccer, and maybe this is one that we have to go in and play again. Alright, so I like the music for Super Soccer. I don't know, how many soccer games are available on the Switch? I mean, I do feel like I have some kind of control, and I mean, even in FIFA, I don't feel like I have the best control. Yeah, I think this is a game where like maybe against like a friend, it would be more fun. Like it feels like the controls aren't super on, and so when you're playing against a computer who doesn't have to worry about controls, it seems a bit kind of unfair. Did I set it in like super difficult mode? Also, I think my CPU isn't as good as the CPU of the other team. We're going. Oh, come on. We're going the whole way. They're trying to foul me. Alright, if I could definitely see this being better with like a friend. Like I could definitely see it actually being kind of fun. Super Soccer, definitely higher than Super Tennis. It's gonna be like here because I feel like it's kind of reliant on you having someone to play with. Because playing as a computer, it kind of brings out the faults in the game. Whereas if you're playing against someone else who has the same controls, then you're both kind of playing on a level playing field. Whereas with playing against the computer in Super Soccer, the computer isn't dealing with any of these things. It's playing as if there were no kind of like control issues, and so it really makes it seem unfair a bit. Mid-C for Super Soccer. I think it's an alright game, especially if you have someone to play with. So next up is a wrestling game that I remember playing, and I've played a lot of wrestling games growing up because I did enjoy watching WWF, WWE. And there was one on N64 that I actually played a lot of with my cousins. I went in and played this one on SNES, and I almost want to put this one in like you. Is that what you're saying, Ayo? Like this game, it doesn't feel like you're playing a game. It kind of felt like you were like just like mashing buttons. Like it never felt like you had any control of the game ever. I highly unrecommend this game. So I think it's pretty unplayable. Don't like. I guess go check it out if you don't believe me. But other than that, like, don't bother playing this game.